What's up with it? What's up with it? What's up with it? What up, everybody? What's going on, Wise? What's up, boss?
What up, Rod? What up, Rod? I didn't know what was going down. I was like, hold up, I hit the button by mistake and shit. I was like, oh, okay. But hey, welcome. What's up, man?
You know, it's another day, another dollar. You know, making it happen. You know, went to a funeral for my aunt tonight or today. Rest in peace to my aunt, D. All that
Indeed.
good stuff. We in good spirits, so it's a positive, feel right now. But hey, it's all good, man. How's your week been?
What you say? How's my what?
Your week been so far?
Man, it's hump day, man. You know how it is hump day. Thank God, because work been kicking my ass. So, hey, man, I figured let me come in here and get a few minutes of this sports lab and chill. So, yeah, sometimes we need this shit,
Absolutely.
man.
Facts. You know me. Shout out, hey, appreciate it. What up to everybody in the chat?
What up,
Christian,
Christian?
Throwback, Fernando,
They always in the building.
everybody that's in there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in there right now, man. I got a question. We just gonna pause, jump right into it.
Indeed.
Big trade today. Big trade today. Dame Dollar, Oakland, Baytown, Bay area, Town Biz, went to the Bucks today. How you feel about the trade? 3-team trade.
Man, it's wild because I saw it like when I was at work and notifications come through.
Right.
It's crazy, man. Like Dame, I think we all agree. We all fuck with Dame tough. Like him being in Portland, whatever. We fans of what he represents and all that shit, Again, him being from the Bay and all that. But the whole offseason it was, oh, he gonna get to Miami. How he gonna get to Miami? He was talking about I ain't gonna play for nobody else. I'm gonna send me to Miami. So for him to pull up in Milwaukee, it seemed like it was going to Toronto earlier in the week, So I was like, okay, well, whatever.
Right.
Hey, him and Giannis, man, that pick and roll gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice, man. I like it from Milwaukee. I like it. I think that Drew Holiday thing is gonna be missed. Like, let's not all sleep on Drew Holiday leaving Milwaukee because that's gonna be a key piece. But it's Dame. I get it. It's Dame, man. You got to go for it. So,
Facts.
I like it for the Bucks, man. I like it for the Bucks.
He goes to the East, and I think he has an easier chance in the East. You know what I'm saying? Like, who right now? If you look at the East, granted, we don't have anything in front of us or anything like that. But who is somebody that is a contender in the East?
Boston. Everybody keeps talking about Philly, but Philly got to prove it. We got to give Marcus's team Boston a little respect. They made it to the finals a couple years ago. They got an okay squad. They broke that up a little bit with moving Marcus Smart for to get Porzingis and shit in there. But Miami's gonna always have a shot, but they lost a lot of pieces this offseason. Like, to me, in my opinion, Miami's had a terrible offseason. Like,
Facts.
they didn't get Dame. They lost a lot of key role players. Spread out over. You grab one of them. So Miami, they're there, but they're not really there. I don't trust Philadelphia at all. I'm not a big Embiid fan. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't think he wants it enough. So until Philly does something, they're gonna have to prove it to me because I'm not gonna believe them. And of course, it was Giannis is already Giannis. Him and Middleton with Drew Holiday were contenders. In the East, they might be the team. So they might just be the team, my guy. So
did you hear Dame's song?
I saw he released something. I didn't hear it yet. What it sounded like?
I didn't hear it either. I was just trying to see if you heard it, if you heard anything about it, anything like that. But
I saw he released it or whatever. The little farewell joint or whatever. So he was sitting on that shit for a minute. He knew what was up. But I got a question though, man.
Yeah.
Dame, he always was talking about the grind. Like, and everybody running from the grind. That was always his thing, right? Hey, I'm not gonna run from the grind. I'm gonna get it done here in Portland. I ain't teaming up. This motherfucker teamed up. Like, how we feeling about that? Like, honestly.
It's the same thing how I felt when Durant did it when he went to Golden State. Remember a couple years ago before that, he was talking all that, don't join up with a team, you don't do all this. What did he end up going to do? He
Yeah,
joined up with a team that just spotted him 3 games to 1. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Next season or the next year, he went on and went to Golden State, won a couple of championships with y'all. Y'all looked unstoppable with him on the team, rightfully so. Now Dame is talking the same thing. We also got to remember back in the day. Remember KG was on that tough talk too. I ain't
mhm,
never, what up, Gail? I ain't never going to I ain't never gonna switch and I'ma always ride or die. Ended up leaving, going to Boston. Like, I understand what they be trying to say and what they trying to run with and trying to keep up with everything. Let's keep it a buck, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, yeah,
any way that you can get a championship, do that. Stop with this old narrative like y'all back in the early 90s or like y'all played in the 90s talking about, oh, I ain't never switching sides. I'ma always be through it through bumps and bruises. Look here, man. If there's an opportunity and somebody gives me an opportunity to go and get a bigger bag or whatever the case may be, or to join a team that I feel like has an absolute chance over a team that I've been on with all this BS talking about building and everything like that,
all right.
miss me with that shit. I'm not even about to even act like that. Don't play me with that. Don't play
But
me
see,
with that.
but
It
see,
sound
that's
good.
the thing, also, right? I completely agree with you, Rod. I agree 100% with you. It's it's what they do now, right? People teaming up. It goes back to the AAU circuit. Everybody joining AAU teams or whatever. It's okay. We've grown accustomed to it now. My only issue
Absolutely.
with it is Dame was still talking about this shit like a week ago. He was doing interviews. I would have never signed with the Warriors. I would have bro, shut up. We already see what you was trying to do. Like,
I
we
agree.
see you was trying to get to Miami. So you can't keep talking that way and then go join it with Giannis. I mean, Giannis is top 3 in the world. Like, and I ain't
Right.
talking about 3, like, in the world.
Right.
And you teamed up with him. So, and we cool with that. But just stop with the whole, hey, players running from the grind and all that shit. Fuck that. Damn, just
Fuck
accept
that
it.
shit.
And I'm happy
Right.
for him, man. He
Perk, what up,
there.
homie?
What up, Perk?
Yeah.
And I'm happy for him, but just stop the whole, you know,
Stop capping.
hey, yeah. I'm like, bro, this was inevitable.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Exactly. They ain't been trying to get out of Portland for at least 3 years now. At least.
Right.
So
Right.
we'll see what he does, man. It's gonna be an interesting thing in my opinion. So
My thing is, okay, even if you are trying to go out, get you a ring, who should be mad at that? You feel me? Like,
right.
okay, you going out to get a ring. Just don't show your hand, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so what if you are trying to go and get a ring? Who
Yeah.
give a fuck? Because you're going out there to go get that ring. I
Yeah.
respect it if you are to be like, look, this is what I respect. Any guy who comes at me and goes, yo, I'm willing to try to get a ring by any means necessary. So if he jumped, I'll use, for example, had Durant not said that, and
Mhm.
Durant was like, yo, I'm trying to get a ring by any means necessary, and he was jumping from team to team to team to team to try and get that ring,
Mhm.
I can't be mad at nobody like that because now I know at least, hey, by any means necessary, he trying to get that ring. So I understand his motive. But when you talk from the jump, oh man, I'm gonna stay down with Portland, bruh. You was never gonna win in Portland, bruh.
It,
Never,
it wasn't gonna happen.
never,
No doubt.
never. Like nobody's going up there to go play in Portland with you, dog.
No.
Nobody. So why are we acting like all of a sudden, oh, Portland was the spot? And you, dog, you couldn't get nobody to come up there and play with you. And you one of the top 75 players.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm
That was the
saying?
thing.
Like,
Yeah. Like he couldn't get nobody to join him. I'm sure they tried. Nobody. It's like you said. Only reason we going to Portland is to go to the Nike store. That's about it. Like, other than that,
facts.
wasn't nobody going up there for that.
Facts.
So I just I'm okay with what he did and how he moved about it. He was there long enough, right? He grinded out there long
Right.
enough. That was another
Right.
thing. We would have respected it, man. You were there for like a decade. This is what, year 13
Right.
for him. We respected that, man. We understood what the game was at this point. Go get a chip.
Right.
And
Go get
this
it.
is the fucked up part about the NBA, right? It's the whole going for the ring thing, I think is important. Like I saw they had the beef on some of the pods where Steven Jackson was like, I take 50 mil in a ring over 100 mil in no ring or whatever, right? The NBA is the only sport where they hold these motherfuckers accountable when you a superstar and you ain't got no ring. Like they don't
Right.
let that shit go. Baseball, they
Right.
don't do that shit. Football, they don't
Right.
really do that shit. But basketball is different. Like they be
Yeah.
on Charles' head, like, yo, you ain't never won nothing.
Pause.
You ain't shit. Pause. Big pause. But you gotta respect it. And I'm like, go get a chance to get a chip, man. You playing with Giannis for at least Giannis got what 2 years and an option year after this. So they gonna ride for at least 2 years.
Right.
Milwaukee had to do something also because Giannis is talking, he been talking, as you say, spicy. Like Giannis might want to move in a couple years and they not gonna get another Giannis in Milwaukee. So
No.
they got to do what they can to make that man happy. And if Giannis can get another chip or two with Dame, yeah.
But hey, also while we talking about this though, Giannis been, yeah, let's keep it a buck. Giannis been using the Bucks for years. He got both of his brothers on the squad, taking up roster spots. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
let's keep it a buck. Like,
That's
you got
fair.
your brothers employed on the squad, getting them paid to be your cheerleaders. You
That's
know what
fair.
I mean? Because they
That's
ain't
fair.
never get no burn. They ain't getting no burn in milk. Well, they might get some this year because I feel like they should be number one in the East. Should be, by on paper. They should be
Okay.
number one in the East. The only reason why I look at the Celtics, and you brought up the Celtics. That Tatum and Brown, that tandem, I don't know how that works because who is the dominant ball handler on their squad? You know what I'm saying? And now y'all just gave up Smart
Yeah.
down there in Memphis now. So it's like I don't believe in Brogdon no more. You know what I'm saying? Brogdon had his time. So who is really doing something for you there? Now you just paid Brown
A lot of money.
ass load of money. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right. Pause. So it's like all that, trying to act like that's the thing to do. I hear it, but hey, I just feel like right now, Giannis, Dame Dollar, y'all should have a smooth ride to the Western Conference, at least the West or Eastern Conference championship, easily. So,
no doubt. We'll see how the season plays out. Like, there might be a Sacramento in the East that we don't know about this year that might do some noise. But nah, man, I agree, man. On paper, they have no reasoning for not contending for a title. Like, no reason. They should definitely be a top 2 seed in the East. We mentioned the teams earlier. Boston, Philly, Miami might be the only other 3 teams that should give them any issues. Cleveland, see, I fuck with Cleveland. Like Cleveland, I like their team. I like their team. And if Mitchell can get it, yeah, Garland and Mitchell, man, if they get hot, them motherfuckers can cook. So there'll be a nice little surprise out there. But other than that, man, we know we got Jordan's squad, Atlanta. They ain't really gonna do nothing. Trey, DeJounte, it's gonna only work as much as it can work. So, yeah, man, Dame got to get it done. He don't have no excuses now. So that's another thing. You with Giannis now. So you a closer. Giannis gonna get you to the finish line. You gonna have to come through, man. So, and I'm interested to see how, if they do make the finals and how, if it does go how they think it's gonna go, who's gonna get the credit for that? Giannis already got a chip. You know what I'm saying? And it was just recently. It was only 3 years ago. So it ain't like Giannis was like, I need help. I need more help right now. Giannis is still, we good,
Right.
Is Dame gonna get some credit for that, or he gonna get looked at like he just hopped on Giannis's coattail?
Facts. Then on top of that, what happens with Middleton now? Like, does he go down to the third option? Well, not does he? Absolutely, he goes down to the third option.
Right.
But is he cool with being the third option? Does his shots go down now? You know what I'm saying? Because what you basically did was you traded Drew Holiday for Dame.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because Drew Holiday was their third option, basically on their squad. So now you put Dame in there. Now he trumps Middleton in there. So it's like, what we doing? You know what I mean? So this is it's a different move right now. And I'm really trying to see how this is really gonna pan out and play.
I mean,
Just my opinion.
here's the thing. Middleton might be better off as the third guy. He might be a much better third guy than he was a number two. Like, and it's no disrespect to Chris Middleton. You know, he getting up there in age. He gonna drop 15 to 20, and that's all they really need from him. You know, if he can drop 15 to 20, they'll be good to go, man. Like, I like Middleton as a third option. Obviously they still got Brook Lopez. I think it's what Pat Connaughton's probably gonna play the two. They're not gonna be as deep, obviously. I think they gave up Grayson Allen and maybe another player in that trade also. So you mentioned the Antetokounmpo brothers are gonna have to step up. At least one of them might have to play outside of Giannis. I don't know how that would go, but
because you out there, y'all are pistol whipping the league right now, taking them spots. Like, I can understand you being Udonis Haslem. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to your boy because he just signed with y'all today, Rudy Gay. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who got some type of play in the league, but if we being honest now, both of the brothers, they both got rings, two different teams. But the youngest brother, he got one with the Lakers.
You
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but they didn't contribute in those rings, but they have them. So it's like, well, Giannis, you just know how to get the league, bro.
Hey, real shit though. That nepotism is when you that guy. I ain't mad at it because he your brother. I ain't mad at it. Do your thing, man. You took care of your brothers. You that strong in the league, and you got that much pull where you could do that. So, I mean, hopefully it don't cost you down the line from getting an impact bench player. But hey, roll with it as long as you can, because he's not gonna always have that pull. Because once he leave Milwaukee, them boys ain't gonna be on the roster no more. So, like,
no, sir.
Hey, take your bros with you. You know, wherever you go, pack them up, take them with you. So, we'll see about that. So how you feel about what so Phoenix helped facilitate this trade, right? Giving up Ayton, sending him to Portland. I think they brought in Nurkic, Grayson Allen, and I want to say they got Nas Little as well. So they added some pieces. Phoenix they're intriguing in this because, as you know, we're both Western Conference fans, so this impacts us as our teams or whatever. How you feeling about what Phoenix did, moving Ayton out of here and getting them going with that?
Ain't that 2 years too late? You know what I mean? Like, you and Monty Williams was having issues 2, 3, arguably 3 years ago, carried into last year and everything. Now y'all fire Monty. Now get rid of Ayton. What was the point of doing this now? Are y'all trying to clean house? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Durant gonna get his. Booker's gonna get his. We already understand and know that. My question and the $1 million thing behind it is, what's Bill gonna do? Because we remember how stuff looked, to Christian's point, or think about it, how Cleveland looked when they had Irving, LeBron, and Bosh, or excuse me, Wade, Bron, and Bosh in Miami. Bosh had to, play third, fiddle. Now you telling me that my St. Louis boy is going to be the third option on this squad now, Bill? It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. And then who's gonna play defense?
Here's my thing. They still need a point guard. Like,
Facts.
I don't. Brad can facilitate, obviously. Book can low key facilitate. KD is a playmaker, but they're not. That's not their strong suit. They need somebody
Facts.
to facilitate for all three of those guys, and they don't
Right.
have a point guard right now. So that
No.
would be my really only concern. Nurkic will give him a little size if he stays healthy, but Nurkic ain't been healthy in what 5 seasons at this point.
Yeah.
Paul. We
But
are the
then,
worst on that
okay.
show. Yeah.
Right. But then think about this though.
Uh.
I think they're gonna get bullied on the boards because you really about to put everything on Durant to be your rebounder? Nurkic? Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody believes in Nurkic. You just can't. Nobody believed in him in Portland.
All right,
So,
he didn't get it done there. Yeah.
Right. Even if Ayton was there, not saying he's any better, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is. I just feel like there's just gonna be a run and gun squad, and that's
that
about it.
That might work.
Just try and play for a little bit.
Right? It might work. KD long term at the 4, I don't think is a smart play. He can definitely do it in spurts.
Right.
I just think they think they're gonna overwhelm you offensively, and that's how they're gonna get us. They're gonna overwhelm everybody offensively and just do it that way. It's it's nobody is a lockdown defender on that team right now. So they don't have a point guard. They don't have a lockdown. Nurkic ain't really gonna protect the rim like that. I mean, honestly, KD might be their best rim protector. Like,
good luck.
I still think they're gonna be dangerous, but I'm not necessarily afraid of them. You know, like, oh, they definitely the favorites just because they got a lot of star power. I mean, we just saw star power in Brooklyn, and then nothing got done. They were in Brooklyn, what, 4 seasons or whatever. Nothing got done. So,
facts.
I like that. Phoenix is taking a risk. You know, the new owner or whatever. You know, he's taking a risk trying to do something out there, but I don't know, man. I
just don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening, man. Like, and I fuck with KD like that. He's dope. I like Book.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was good that we got Bradley Beal out of DC because he was being forgotten. I mean, just completely honest, he was being forgotten. Nobody was watching the Washington Wizards. Like, nobody was watching the motherfucker. So he was being forgotten. We'll see, man. We'll see if it all pans out or if it doesn't. I'm not too high that it will, but I'm cautious of what could happen. So we're getting close. I mean, camp start next week, right?
Next week. I could see them going to the second round. They just don't need to run into Denver again. I feel like they don't need to run into the Lakers because I feel like we gonna punish them. Pause. So I just feel like on the boards, they don't stand a chance against us. You know what I'm saying? Because we just gonna play bully ball against them. Who gonna guard? I feel like if they get in foul trouble, they'll get blown out. That's my thing. Because who's on their bench?
Their bench is, to me, their bench isn't trash, but it's obviously not. I don't know how sustainable it is.
Right.
It's all going to be about how they match up in the West. It's all going to be about who matches up with who and how they advance. Like, if they get good matchups, like, they'll match up well against the Warriors because the Warriors aren't going to be presenting any size to them. So it's all going to be about who they match up with. Yeah, pause. They're not going to have to worry about that with too many teams, but I'm actually excited about this season, man. I think it's open. I mean, obviously the Nuggets are defending champs. I'm not necessarily afraid of Jokic and Murray like that, but they got it done. So
you got to respect them. Yeah,
got to respect it. Exactly, they got it done. So I got to respect them. So I think it's a wide open season. I'm looking forward to it. Man, it's almost hoop time, man. Like, I'm pretty excited. So we'll see, man. And now Ayton can go. He's in Portland with my dude Scoot. So Scoot, they got Simons there. Portland's gonna be bad. Don't get me wrong, but they're gonna be fun. They're gonna be fun to watch. They'll be bad, but they'll be fun to watch. When we get into like the NBA season, like we'll start talking about teams. Like I got a couple teams I'm gonna keep my eye on with League Pass this year. OKC. OKC is gonna be one of them boys.
I've been saying OKC.
OKC is gonna be a problem. Yeah,
absolutely. I said OKC. OKC for sure.
Problem. That no doubt.
Yes, exactly. As long as you got Gilchrist there,
yeah.
Shea is a problem.
Shea's a problem. I'm excited to see what Chet does. You know, Chet looked like he didn't put on some. He was just bones. He didn't got a little bit of muscle mass to him. So I'm excited to see what Chet does. They got a nice young team, man, and they already played well last year. So another year in experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
OKC gonna be
nice. You can't sleep on them.
Oh yeah.
You can't sleep on them. Like show them. I feel like they're gonna make some noise this year coming up.
Agreed.
All right. Since it's just us tonight, we can talk about football and we can talk pretty much Niners shit tonight because normally we like talking about, other teams, accomplishing or talking about other things. I got a question for you now. And this is, hey y'all, hit that like button, subscribe, tell a friend for real. And this is something that's been circulating around on the web for a couple of days. Where do you place Brock Purdy as in the quarterback discussion as far as where is he on your list right now?
Like across the league, like is he?
Yeah.
I mean, I could really make the argument that he's definitely in the top 10. There's not many quarterbacks outside of the elite guys that I say I take over him right now. I mean, let's see. Mahomes, Herbert, Allen, Burrow, Hurts. Yeah, man, he's in the top 10. I can't think of too many more that I'm saying that I would definitely take over Brock Purdy right now. Like, I mean, that is what it is.
Yeah.
In the NFC, outside of Jalen, nah. I mean, no. There's nobody else in the NFC. I'm not taking Dak. I don't trust Dak. Kirk Cousins, they might be equal footing, but no, I'm still taking Purdy. Like, nobody else in the NFC outside of Jalen Hurts is better than Brock Purdy right now. I can't think of anybody. So, I mean, that automatically puts him top 10 in my opinion. So,
you already know. Yeah, Christian. If I'm depends on if I'm in Atlanta for that too. Just might happen. It'd be good, 21st season, 21, Atlanta.
What up, Steve? 707.
You put two and two together. But Emmanuel, shout out to you, man. Salute. But yeah, I definitely Steve, my fault, bro. What up, homie? I definitely have him in the top 10 right now. I don't see another quarterback. I don't care. He beat out Matthew Stafford. You know what I'm saying? I don't, all that arm talent, that sounds good, but this is my thing with Brock. And I think, I've been skeptical about him. What has he not checked off as far as the list is concerned? You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Here's the thing, right? So we joke about the Purdy for 30. I mean, he's dropped 30 every game he plays. So am I afraid that he can't win a shootout? I'm not necessarily afraid he can't do that. He's had what was the game was it the Raider game last year? He had a comeback.
Raider game. Yeah.
He's done the comeback
right after
thing.
New Year's.
Right. Yep. So he's done the comeback thing. Hey, real shit. He just need to check the I can stay healthy box. I can stay healthy box. that's it, man. Like he puts the ball in danger, but he's not reckless. So
Right.
I can live with some of those passes that, could be picked, because even though he puts the ball in danger sometimes, they still don't pick him off. It's, that could have been a pick. Oh, that could have been a turnover. Could have been. Until it starts
That's with
becoming a
every
turnover
quarterback.
problem. Exactly.
Right. That's what every
I ain't gonna worry
quarterback.
about it. So yeah, he just got to check the I can stay healthy box, in my opinion, because he's done what he's needed to do in this sample size. And if he keeps playing like he's playing this year, what?
He's literally, no lie, he's literally shut me up. That's the thing that I'm like in awe when it comes to him, because I'm like, okay, I want to see him do this. He does it. Oh, well, we got to continue scoring such and such amount of points. He does that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like we pushed. We were so focused and so pressed to see Trey be Trey, and not really paying attention to what Brock was truly doing on this team the entire time. Yeah. Brock was moving the ball down the field, getting everybody in the right positions. Pause. And scoring. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, he's not throwing interceptions. What was the biggest problem? Anytime we had Jimmy dropping back, oh gosh, he throw the ball. We nervous about a pass. Oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying?
Prayed, yeah.
Arguably every throw. I have yet to feel comfortable like this with a quarterback in a while. Like, it's tough to change your mindset when you've been somewhat conditioned for the last, 7 years with a guy who's been interception prone. Now you get a guy who's not doing that. He's being efficient in this offense. And now we're like, damn, this is what the offense is supposed to look like? Now, if he starts hitting on the deep pass,
there you go. That low key needs to be checked. And it's not even that he can't do it. It's more of it's just a timing thing. I think they just need to keep working on that, and those will connect, because they get schemed open. He just got to hit those more consistently, because it's not like he hasn't done it. He has to be just more consistent at doing it. And here's the thing with Brock. Like, I think I figured it out with Brock, like what it is. At least, maybe it's just for me, maybe it's for a lot of people, but he don't look the part. And I think that's what fucks with people's head. He don't look the part.
Facts.
He ain't the 6'4" cannon arm quarterback. And clearly, having all the arm talent in the world doesn't mean you can play quarterback in this league. Shout out to Zach Wilson. So I think once I kind of got through that and over that, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, he's short. His arms are short. So what? He makes plays. Like, to be completely honest, if Purdy was 2 inches taller, he'd be Joe Burrow. I'm just being completely honest with you. If he was 2 inches taller, he'd be Joe Burrow. And that's just what it is. Like, so I've gotten over that, and I'm like, you know what? He's the guy. Like, he's the guy. Now get it done. So
get it done.
Stay healthy.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Get it done, man, because it's fun times. Let's get it done while he on that contract too, because yeah. there could be some questions in a couple years if he keep playing like this. Hey, somebody got to get paid, so somebody gonna have to go. But
facts.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for him, man. You know, the Cardinals this weekend. Hopefully he can ball out. What did Christian say? Yeah, and that's kind of a thing. We've seen Drew Brees, Russell Wilson. By the way, Russell's cooked. Sorry, guys. If you're in Denver, fans of Russell Wilson, he's cooked. It is what it is. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, the short quarterback. And here's the thing. Brock's not even necessarily short. He's 6'1". He looks small. I mean, it don't help that he's running with Trent Williams and we had McGlinchey last year. He just looks smaller than a usual quarterback. So it's a perception thing, but he's fine. He can make the throws that need to be made.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, he don't have enough zip on the ball. That doesn't mean anything. He puts the ball in the right place. He has anticipation. Those reps,
Which
we
is
talked about this
dope.
shit last year. Those reps he
Yep.
had all that time in college. The reps he got last year, that shit pays off, man. So
It means something.
it means
It
something.
means
Exactly.
something.
Yes.
Like,
So
you know what's crazy? Now that we're in this now, like, I
what
think
up, Miss
because I
Debbie?
was so shout out to Miss Debbie. Hey, Miss Debbie, keep your head up. You already know what it is. We love you. We appreciate you more than ever.
Definitely.
Shout out to everybody in this. But my thing is this. We were so focused on Trey. Hey, just get him the reps. Get him to do this. Get him to do that. Blase, blase. He's got an opportunity. I still stand on him being quarterback too. I don't care what nobody say, but I understand the politics behind it. Y'all already signed Darnold, and Darnold, I feel like, was promised, you know what I'm saying, to that roster spot. So, it is what it is. But for Brock, and please understand what I'm about to say. I'm in no way, making this a actual fact or anything like this. Brock, in a way, reminds me of Brady. Brady didn't have the huge arm. He didn't have all the wants and the everythings. He wasn't super fast and all this and all that. Brady got the job done. All we ask is Brady. All we ask is Brock. All we ask from Brock is to get the job done. That's it. As long as he continues to put the ball in the right guys, hands and everything like that. Pause. I feel like there's no.
Brock is a good
I
enough
don't know,
quarterback
man.
now to win a Super Bowl. In my opinion,
Yeah.
he's shown me so far that he's capable of winning a Super Bowl. Again, you know how I do. We're gonna
Yes.
take it week by week as the season progresses and
Absolutely.
see what he does. But he low key. Okay, you used a Brady comp as far as coming out of nowhere, kind of, right?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of I hate to say it this way because people might take this the wrong way. He low key
Right.
reminds me of when Andy Dalton was in Cincinnati. He first started. The numbers are going to be pretty. The only difference is Brock's already proven he gets it done in the postseason. So, and I say the Andy Dalton comp because Andy wasn't considered the elite level quarterback, but he was like a level or two below that. He was still in the conversation where he was good enough to win. He just didn't get it done. And
Right.
if you give me those numbers and Brock gives you those numbers consistently, you got a quarterback. You have a chance to win. Like
Yeah.
if Brock gets into that upper echelon and he gets elite, hey, I'll take it. I'll run with it. Roll it.
Yeah.
Like I hope he does. But I think that's his floor. To me, Andy Dalton, before all the injuries or before he got out of Cincinnati, Andy Dalton is his floor. His floor level, like he won't be any worse than that. And he's only gonna get better. What is he? 23. He's only gonna get better. The more reps he gets, the longer he's in Kyle's system. I mean, hey, the sky's the limit for the kid, man. Like I like the confidence he has as a player. I like the passion he plays with. Like that can't be understated enough. Like he looks like he's having fun out there, man. He do be talking shit. Like that's the kind I fuck with that kind of shit, man. When he out here having excitement, talking shit to players, like getting hype after touchdowns, like, hey, do your thing, Brock, man. I fuck with him, man. So
I'm not even gonna front. You remember the play in Pittsburgh? He threw up the first down. When I saw him do that to me let me know how comfortable he was in this offense. I was like, you know what? He does look like a captain on this team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that type of freedom that he had right there, that type of joy. On top of that confidence he rose with. He doesn't. It's like his confidence doesn't waver either way. You just don't know. He's so focused. He's so locked in that he gets the job done. And it's just like, I'll use, for example, the throw he made to Kittle on the sideline, the layer throw. And I'm like, if he continues to make throws like this, he continues to put the ball. McCaffrey, you got to catch that one in the end zone.
End zone,
You drop.
yeah.
Well, granted, I understand somebody knocked the ball out, but you gotta hold on to that. Brock is putting people in positions to score. He's putting us in positions to succeed. Like, for us to look at 30 points every game, the way that it's just crazy. How many games? I don't even know how many games we've ever had 30 points with Jimmy. Like, for real. Think about that.
Yeah. I mean, outside of the New Orleans games, I couldn't tell you off the top of the dome like what he's done like that. Like, he definitely hasn't done it consistently. And
No.
And that's the thing that's exciting is obviously let's not take away from the impact of CMC on some of that as well. Having Christian along with Brock is definitely contributing to the 30 a game. And the cool part is they're leaving points out there. And I'm talking about touchdowns. We talked about this. They've left touchdowns out there. So it could be 35-ish, 37-ish consistently because they leave stuff out there. So once they tighten that up, I'm not afraid of anybody in the NFC, man. I'm not.
No.
I'm not afraid of anybody. I think Brock can get it done. Like Miss Debbie said, when he goes off script, he's still making plays. Like when shit got rough for Jimmy, he just looked afraid. Like he looked like he was running for his life. Yeah, he'd be like, "Oh, go that way, go that." I don't see that with Brock. He stands there, he takes hits. I don't want him to keep taking some of these hits because we need him to get through the season. If Sam Darnold is quarterbacking, I'm a root for him, but shit's gonna be rough. So Brock, don't take as many hits, man, if you can avoid it. But he's top 10, man. It's not even a question at this point. Like he's top 10. He's fun to watch. And he's not the same on the field and off the field. It's something's different when he's on that field. The swag is different. Like
way
off the field,
different.
when you watch the interviews, he's just like, "Hey there, we really went up there and did all, But on the field, it's like he I don't want to use the term, but he wild. Like
he wild.
You know what? I'll say it. He's everything they thought Baker Mayfield was gonna be. He's everything they thought Baker Mayfield was going to be. Like with the swag and the confidence on the field, he's everything they thought Baker was going to be.
I can see it.
That's what it is. So, yeah.
I can definitely see that.
Do your thing, bro. Yeah.
But what's crazy is we put up 30 and we didn't even have IU.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was put in the position of let's throw I ain't gonna say throw everything, but he was placing the ball on Debo. When's the last time we seen a deep pass to Debo like that?
Yeah.
Remember Jimmy G threw that duck to him in Detroit that he had to go back and get and then he did the rest. You know what I'm saying? Most of them have been screens. But you ain't never seen a back shoulder pass to Debo like that. Let's keep it a buck. Brock makes us look at Debo now like maybe you are a receiver. Because all these years that we've had him with Jimmy, it was screen after screen after screen after screen after screen. Now he's putting it out there where it's like, okay, if you keep using and you guys keep biting on the slant, boom. You bite on that slant, boom. Let's hit him on the outside, back shoulder, touchdown. And it's like, for us to even go to that level of it, now, you know what's funny? We was all talking about, we need that, and I'm just thinking as I'm going, that's why I'm saying all this. We was all thinking about this. Oh, we got Gray. And we was like, now we got some speed to open up the field and do all this and do all that. And it's like, in this offense, you don't need the speed. As long as you can be efficient and get the ball to the guys where they're supposed to get it, use the anticipation, like you said. Sky's the limit for this offense. Now, if we hit the deep ball,
Yeah. Now,
then good night,
don't get me
Irene.
wrong. I would love to have speed because, I
It
mean,
changes the game.
I
I know.
I think that's what we see down in Miami, right? Pretty much the same type of
Absolutely.
offense, same type of quarterback with Tua,
Right.
but they just fast. Like, I think we're identical, except one is based off of power and the other is based off of speed. And the way things are going, we on a collision course. So,
Right.
we on a collision course, power versus speed, how that's going to play out. Here's the funny thing. Debo's not slow. He just runs into people. Like, when Debo wants to run away from people, he does. Debo just runs into people. Kittle, not necessarily slow. He just likes to run into people. CMC is just, let's be real. He's not as fast as he used to be. He's just not, but he's still fast enough. Like, so I would like to see Kyle add some more speed into the offense. My dude from Michigan, shout out to Michigan. You know how I feel about the Wolverines, Shout out to them dudes. But yeah, we get Bell involved. Yeah. We get Bell a little bit involved. It's not even about the necessarily, down the field. It's get them in open space, let them create some movement and go. Like, I want to see some more of that, but hey, I just take it week by week, man. I think we're gonna turn up on the Cardinals.
Absolutely.
We're gonna prove a point. And shout out to Dallas for getting us mentally prepared for the Cardinals, because we don't want to be embarrassed like they were embarrassed last week. So I think that actually helped us lock in for this upcoming week.
I was about to ask you this. Is it a trap game? Is this our trap game?
Oh, it's definitely a trap game. The cold part is the Cardinals play us tough. We can call it division, a division thing. Yeah.
Right.
The Cardinals play us tough, man. Like, I remember we got popped by we got popped at home. What was it, 2 years ago? Old boy, Colt McCoy popped us at home. They did pop us in the Bay a few times. So it's always gonna be a hard fought game. I think this time it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm expecting a double-digit victory. So I think we're 14-point favorites. We'll probably win by 10 or something. I'm not concerned about it, but it's a game they can't just show up and win. They gotta come to play. So, and I think we will, because we don't want to have the same week that the Cowboy fans have had all week, where the motherfuckers we've been talking shit about them. So yeah, we'll be there.
You can't sleep on Dobbs. He hasn't thrown an interception this year. You know what I'm saying? We're one of the 4 teams that haven't thrown an interception. The Chargers, and it's another team out there. It's like 4 teams that haven't thrown interceptions, and we're the other 2 teams, us and Arizona. Dobbs is playing. They are literally playing like they have nothing to lose. On top of that, this is my thing with Arizona. They've been in every game. You know what I mean? Like, they're not getting blown out in none of these games if they haven't won. So it's like, or, obviously other than Dallas. So we can't overlook them. I agree with first of all, with Fred, I don't never think Fred is going to show up for every game. That's number one. Fred will always show up. It's the rest of the guys that I'm concerned with. You know what I mean? Like, guys taking a week off. How do our DBs look? You know what I'm saying? Hufanga, are you really locked in? Not dancing around, throwing up tees and everything. Are y'all really in this for real? Kinlaw, keep playing like, you trying to eat squirrels every game.
Shout out to Kinlaw so far this season, man. He's been solid as fuck. Like,
he's shedding us up.
And I know what it is. It's a contract year for him. I know what it is. Like, I mean, of course you're gonna do it on a contract year. Yeah,
of course. You're healthy,
but we'll take it. We'll take it. So
and you can be a rotational player. Yeah, continue to be that rotational player. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to come back and play for us next year, I mean, it is what it is. Go get your money, man.
Go get your money.
You need. I ain't mad at you. First of all, I ain't mad at no guy, who want to get out there and go get his money. So it is what it is. But, Armstead's making a difference. Him and Armstead being in there, playing the way that they're playing. New guy, Javon Hargrave.
Hargrave, right?
He's got 2 sacks already. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the way that everything is going. You know what I mean? I mean, you just gotta be real. It's a crazy thing when you think about it.
Yeah.
He got 2, so it's like, hey, that's a major pause right there. You just got to be real on it. I feel like when you look at Bosa, I think I was looking at an interview today with him, and he was talking about he's finally got that that conditioning in. He feels like his football, he's finally there.
He's gone through his preseason.
Absolutely.
That's fair.
It's major.
I think a lot of it also, like, we talk about our defense. We talked about it in the last show or whatever. Let's not also, take for granted or underestimate the fact that we're still learning a new system with a new play caller at defense. So once Wilkes gets tapped in with the players like that, it's only gonna get better. Like, the defense is only gonna get better. Like, they used the 5-man front last week. Like, I was like, oh, okay, this is different. I was like, we throwing 5 up there. Hey, the little 5-2 thing, you see that shit in like Madden, right? Nobody's really doing that in the league right now. But hey, them boys was getting home, and I like it.
You throw 5 up there.
Yeah,
exactly. You can't double team Bosa.
Exactly.
I wish you would.
Go ahead.
Now Hargrave gonna eat.
Hargrave gonna eat. Somebody else gonna eat.
Somebody else gonna eat.
Armstead.
Drake, well,
yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna need to see more Drake. I mean, Drake, I get it. You did your thing the first game. You got 3 of them the first game. And you've been MIA ever since. You know what I'm saying? You're a Trojan too on top of that. So I need you to make something happen, because quiet is kept. I think Warner has 2 himself.
Warner, yeah. He has 2 sacks himself, yeah.
Right, pause. So he's like right there. You know what I'm saying? So
Warner's not a slouch pass rushing. He's not a slouch, man. He's actually gotten, not that he needs to, but he's gotten better, like, as far as his blitzing and his pass rushing. Like, that's another thing we got to take into consideration, like taking the defense to another level. Like, because if you can send Warner in at any point, knowing that you can trust Greenlaw to do what he needs to do at linebacker, as long as he don't make no dumbass penalties,
Right.
Hey, I like the defense, man. Like, I like the defense.
Hold on, Christian. Now that I kind of disagree. I think Kittle's kryptonite was Jimmy G more than it was Budda Baker, because Jimmy G was throwing the medicine balls at him, and was getting his knees taken out. So now with Brock being in there, I feel like he's somewhat revitalized his receptions, you know what I'm saying, on offense. Now he's getting the ball, in space. Now he's able to produce. Kittle, to me, unlocks so much of this offense once he starts getting the receptions, because now you have to answer for him. And if you throw a linebacker on him, good luck. You got to throw a safety on him, good luck. So now it's just like, if now Kittle becomes part of, the receptions and everything like that, this offense is way more dangerous. And now we got to keep our receivers healthy, but you get wide receiver 1 back. Are you doing what he's been doing?
Yeah, man.
This could be a real scary offense, bro.
I like the pieces. Everything is there, man. We talk about it. Let's be honest. Like, everything was there last year. They just Brock got hurt in the game. Like,
at the wrong time.
At the wrong time, man. Like, everybody talks about that game like, oh, y'all got blown out. It wasn't going that way. We didn't really start getting blown out until, even when Josh Johnson was in there, it was like late second quarter. it started getting ugly. But until then, them boys was fighting. Like they were fighting,
Right.
and I was like,
Right.
so they I'm excited for it, man. As long as we stay healthy, that's all we can wish for. We going to the playoffs healthy, man.
Good luck.
See us when you see us, man. See us
Good
when you
luck.
see us.
And okay, let me ask this.
Mhm.
Who right now, granted, I know it's only 3 games. I know it's only 3. Who's the top team in the NFC?
The 49ers. We're the best team in the NFC right now. Like again, I told you this Monday. Let me get to week 6 through 8 and I'll tell you who's really who. But right now, visually, we've been the most consistent team in the NFC. Philadelphia's undefeated as well, but they haven't looked as dominating as they looked last season. They don't strike
Facts.
fear. Jalen Hurts honestly isn't passing like he passed last year, but they're getting it done on the ground. So that's a scary
Facts.
thing. But
Swift getting it done.
he getting it done. I ain't afraid of him. So
No.
yeah, man. I think hands down right now we're definitely the best team in the NFC. Dallas is going through what they're going through, and honestly, it was really a 3-team race to begin with. We just took one of the horses out. So Dallas is out the race right now until somebody else steps up and pump some Kool-Aid in some people. It's a 2-team race right now. We'll see them down the line. So, hey, Philly, we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. So, it is what it is.
Man. This is dope. I like that because now Jalen Hurts ain't looking the same. He's throwing picks. You know what I mean? He's definitely not looking as efficient as he's been like last year. You know what I'm saying? Their line is their line. They will continue to block for him. Period. You know what I'm saying? But as far as all out team, didn't they lose what they safety or might have been their
I know you're talking about
Maddox?
Yeah. I think was he their nickel?
I think he was their nickel, and now
He
they
might be
moved
their nickel,
Bradshaw. Yeah, and they moved Bradshaw. You know what I'm saying? Hey, another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Throwback. Moody got to continue on. Yeah, he's shutting me up too. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Michigan. Shout out to Michigan.
Continue doing it. Oh, another thing that I'm liking. Kickoffs. We're not having nobody run the ball on us now. Like that's totally different now.
Yeah.
Like that makes the game a whole lot more different. Because I hated seeing Robbie Gold going up there, kicking the ball off, and they at least starting off at the 40 or better. I was so because our special teams might be our worst. That might be the weakest link.
You talking about like the coverage unit or
the coverage unit?
The coverage unit. That's fair.
Yes. Like I get nervous.
That's fair. Moody does boot the ball out of the end zone, except for those times where they ask him to kick it high for whatever reason. But I enjoy the boot that shit out the end zone, my guy. Like to me, that's what you sign a player like that for. Because when Gold was kicking or Wisnowski was kicking off, it was like, shit, can y'all not get the ball down there? Like, cool. And like my man Throwback said, Moody's making those kicks right now. So I'm with it, man. Keep doing it, being consistent. The thing that what made Robbie Gold was he did it during money time. Like in the playoffs, he was gold.
Playoff time. Yeah.
So I ain't gonna bullshit you. Moody could keep playing like he's playing right now. I'm still gonna be nervous come playoff time. Like
facts.
I gotta see
good
it
during the regular season.
Yeah, I'm good right now.
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. But that playoff time, that's when we need you. When it's cold. You know what I'm saying? Game on the line. If they put you in that position, can you deliver?
In Green Bay, Lambeau Field, I wasn't worried at all. The only thing I was concerned about, I was like, get the snap off. If he get to the kick, I ain't worried if the ball's hard, pause, all the I wasn't worried that Robbie wasn't gonna be able to make that kick, man. So Moody, I'm you off to a good start, my guy, because the preseason had me nervous as fuck.
Facts.
You and Bill, man. I was going in on Michigan. I like to
Facts.
apologize to the Wolverine fans out there. My bad.
For now.
My bad. For now. Oh yeah.
For now.
For now. For now.
For
So
now, this conspiracy,
Mhm.
it sounds good, but we also got to remember too, we lost in Denver too, so it didn't matter. We lost those 2 games. You can't just blame. See, this is the thing with that conspiracy.
running out the
though.
back of the end zone.
Exactly. Like you can't that with that conspiracy, that's an underslide on Trey. And that's the part that I don't like. Let's not discount what Jimmy did in Denver. Let's not act like that game didn't mean shit, last year for us too. Them is 2 games that we need to look at. So putting it and placing it like it was just, because we had Trey in there. That's that underlying tone. I'm not saying that you're saying that, Christian, but that's that little underlying tone of, because we didn't get it done in Chicago, AKA Trey has something to do with it. Nah. Jimmy didn't get it done too in Denver. So let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it all the way 100. Now, Brock got in there. Brock ain't lost during the regular season right now. Brock ain't lost. So it ain't
Never lost.
Damn show ain't Brock.
Never
It
lost.
ain't no Brock.
Yeah. So
You know what I'm saying? So if the coverage team would just wrap up and tackle and not try to arm tackle, that's just what it is. What was it? We signed that one dude. Granted, I think was his name Smelling or Swelling, whatever his name was, and he was getting them.
Swilling. Yeah.
Yeah, glad we got
Yeah.
rid of his ass right after the game too. Getting crazy ass penalties, running into the kicker or not kicker, but running into the receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all that type of stuff. So we'll see how it is. Everything is smooth. Go on.
And let me say this also about the Cardinals, man. Like we make fun of them. We saying it should be a pretty simple game for us. I mean, the Cardinals are 1-2, but it's like you guys mentioned, they've played hard in their games, man. And we made fun of old boy, I think it was like Gannon or whatever, the coach. We made fun of him because those videos coming out. He ain't really motivational. He ain't prime. He ain't inspiring nobody apparently. But he seemed to be coaching his ass off. So if your team is playing hard when you're trying to lose, I got to give you your respect for that. I can respect that because they not trying to win in Arizona.
Right.
You said what?
I said he's saying something different. It might have been just those clips that we saw.
Oh yeah.
But now he like yeah.
Maybe they buying into it. Yeah. Maybe they buying into it now. So yeah, I honestly need Arizona to win some games because I don't want to deal with Caleb for 10 years. I don't in the division. So I don't. So stop the tanking, Arizona. Please stop the tanking because I don't want to have that problem.
Facts.
We'll see, man. We'll see, man.
I'm listening.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, I'm telling you, our defensive line would eat up the middle to make life difficult for Josh Dobbs. And I agree if we had to stop the run. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I feel like it's definitely a test. But my biggest thing is we got another mobile quarterback. And when Danny Dimes was in there last game, he really didn't do anything as far as run-wise. You know what I mean? So now that we get another QB in there that can be, mobile, this is another test. I'm liking what we're doing so far and keeping these quarterbacks, in the pocket and they don't really have anywhere to run. I think the key that unlocked that with the mobile quarterbacks is that 5-man front that you was talking about. Yeah. Like you really can't go anywhere. And then we got the best linebackers in the league. You know what I'm saying? From sideline to sideline. Yeah, from sideline to sideline, you're not getting away from them dudes. So, and they're extremely, extremely intelligent, so It's definitely gonna be a game. Um, I my biggest thing is don't overlook rivals. Don't overlook divisional team. I don't care how, like you said, I don't care how it sounds. I don't care how it looks. Oh, this should be an easy one. The easy ones are the ones I get worried about.
It's
You know what I
what
mean?
we
Because
struggling in, yeah.
absolutely, you just
Yeah.
said it a couple years ago. McCoy walked in.
Popped
What
us.
was it? Yeah, they was dog walking us for a minute. So it's just
Yeah.
we need to jump out quick,
Mhm.
score up, run up the score, and make them play catch up behind us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Pause. So if we can keep the game simple, you know,
What up, Brian?
obviously. What up, Brian? Appreciate you, Brian. Also manage the clock. If we keep that clock and we manage the clock properly, we should be 2-0 at home going into the big game against Dallas. And then we should go from there. You know what I mean? And then after that, you definitely know. Well, we'll get to Dallas. We'll get there. You know what I mean?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
We'll cross
Yeah.
that bridge when
When
we get
to it.
there.
It's
We will definitely.
and this will be a good this is a good thing for Kyle also. Because we do not show up in those games. Example, Atlanta last season. Going to Atlanta should have been a game we should have won. That's another game you could talk about that could have cost us home field advantage, right? A game we should have won. I think that's the week we stayed out east after playing Carolina. So we had no excuses to lose that game. We lost that game.
Had a bunch of injuries.
Yeah.
Had a bunch
Fair.
of injuries on defense. Because you remember Bosa didn't play that game.
Bosa didn't play, yeah. But they didn't look prepared. Like that was the thing. They didn't look
I was there
prepared
at that game.
There you go. So you saw it.
I
So
was there. Yeah, I
so-
saw it firsthand.
if we come and we play, pause, we're gonna be fine. Like, so if Kyle takes that next step as far as a head coach, not just play calling Kyle, I'm talking about the head coaching Kyle, getting the team prepared, make sure they're up for the game. If he's iced that in his bag, all right. I ain't saying we going undefeated, but I'm not saying we not going undefeated. I'm just saying that. But 1 week at a time. You know, I'm not gonna get ahead of myself.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Week at a time.
I'm hey, 1 week at a time.
1 week at a time.
I don't need the Patriots type of, move. I'm not caring about no undefeated. I'm just being honest. I just want us to be there for the last game of the season. I want us to win it. That's it.
That's all that matters.
How you do it, how you make it, I don't care. I just do not want us to be up here gloating. We undefeated going in there and then we have a letdown like that the Patriots.
That would be the worst. Oh yeah, that would be the worst.
No.
Worst. God damn it, John.
So you got Brock got a commercial already for Toyota?
Yeah. I think it's local, but yeah, I seen it. I saw it during the game last week. I was like, all right, party. I was like, all right, do your thing. Get out there, man. It's
Brock making that side money. Hey.
He got to, because he ain't making no money in the league right now. So he gotta get something. So he gotta get that money some kind of way, man.
Toyota hooked him up with a truck.
He seemed like he would have a Tacoma.
Of course. Either that or a pickup truck.
Pickup truck, yeah. Except when he's on the field, then he might have something else.
Yeah.
He might be Bugatti Brock. Bugatti Brock. We might have to change his name. Bugatti Brock.
Oh, Bugatti.
He might be Bugatti Brock. So we'll see how that play out, man. Yeah.
Brock 30.
Yeah. Brock 30.
That's
is the
smooth. Guy. Brock 30 is smooth. I like it because he is. They putting up the 30 with ease. So it's almost like, it's funny because we putting up 30 regardless of who's playing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes, for us to even consider even thinking about 30 is like wild compared to the guy that everybody was so 10 that everybody wanted it to go down, and this man barely could get us 20.
Yeah.
Now we double, we getting 10 on top of that.
Yeah. It's different when it looks like it's easy. Like he makes it look like an easy 30. Like, and you kind of expect it now. Like I'm like, all right, when we were the first half of the Giants game, where were we at? Like we were like 14, 17, something like that. I was like,
yeah, 17 at halftime.
Yeah. I was like, we
getting
getting 30. Yeah, we getting 30. I already see what's going on. And he don't let me down. Like he don't it's
miss.
like I already got the tweet loaded, ready to go. Brock 30. Like it's already locked and loaded to go because he don't let me down. So
yeah.
Hey.
It's a good feeling to have a quarterback that you can honestly, like you said, barring injury from Brock. I ain't gonna lie, I trust Brock. And that's weird to even say that. Like we had 6 years.
We had trust issues
of not trusting. Yeah, like
we
I
had
wasn't
trust
trusting
issues.
Jimmy.
Yeah,
I didn't trust Jimmy. Every game, I'm like,
I'm curious to the chat, like other 49er fans, how did it feel watching Jimmy this past weekend on Sunday Night Football? Because for me, it was a completely different experience because I couldn't see him like that because he was our quarterback. So seeing him quarterback another team and looking at the shit that he was doing, you're like, fuck, is that really how they saw us? Like, we was out here riding for this shit. And I was like, nah, motherfucker, this dude ain't it. Like, he panicked, making some weird ass throws. Like, he don't have a high completion percentage and shit, but he always look afraid of shit. I was like, yeah, this dude, I don't know how we did it.
I never had trust in Jimmy. I never had trust in Jimmy.
Facts.
I never had trust in Jimmy. I'm talking from year one, them first 5, I never had trust in Jimmy.
I ain't gonna lie. That first year when he played like the 6 games or whatever, it was Gucci Polo over here. I was like, oh, Gucci Polo, let's get it. I was ready. And then it just all fell apart, It all fell apart.
That next year he got injured. What was it? Second game of the season. Boom, running on the sideline. Boom, done for the year. We walk in. What was it? The first 8 games into that 2019 year.
Mm-hmm.
We just walking through this. We walking through the league, and I'm like, but I still was not trusting Jimmy. Because I noticed it was not Jimmy that we was winning. We wasn't putting up 30. We wasn't the number 1 offense. We wasn't even talked about as one of the top 5 offenses, even with Jimmy being in there.
Right. That was always a thing. Like,
well,
y'all can't win no shootouts with Jimmy. That was a real concern. That was a real concern.
A real one. Like you said, the only game we had was New Orleans. That we was like,
yeah. Okay,
Jimmy, you get it on that one. Okay, all right.
But it wasn't at all. The best gift that Jimmy G left us was Nick Bosa. Because if Jimmy don't get hurt that year, we don't get that number 2 pick most likely.
Preach.
And we don't get Nick Bosa. So I'll give Jimmy credit for that. He left us with a lasting gift in his presence in Nick Bosa. Because without Jimmy G, we would have never got that pick. What up, Terradon? So, he definitely gets afraid to get hit. No doubt, Miss Debbie. No doubt.
Man. It's a good feeling right now. Like, to be us right now, to know, and let me give props to Terradon. Because Terradon, since last season, Terradon was riding for Brock. And, I ain't gonna front. I'm not even gonna act like it. I was like, man, I just ain't seeing it, man. He just, in my head, he remind me too much of Jimmy. He remind me. But then when you think about it, it's like, hold up. Jimmy wasn't running an offense like this. Jimmy wasn't putting up 30 on a consistent basis like this. Jimmy wasn't putting the ball in the guy's hands and pause and getting us, points and Ayuk actually looking like a real wide receiver one, and Kittle actually looking like another a true tight end other than a run blocking tight end. Like we wasn't seeing that, man. We wasn't seeing that at all. And I promise you, I watched Terradone talk about Brock, bring up the numbers, bring up the stats, and I'm like, I hear all that shit, but I still ain't believing it. I'm done now. Brock, hey, so far you don't won me over, man. Like,
Right.
barring injury, bruh, get it done. Get it done. That's it. We stay
That's
healthy.
oh boy. I'm telling you, man. I'm excited about the season, how it's playing out so far. Because we're off to a good start. One thing that we
Absolutely.
were always concerned about, we get off to bad starts under Kyle. 3-0 right now, but again, 1 week at a time. A 4-0 start looks really nice. And honestly, I think when we did the predictions, I want to say I had us at like a 6-1, 7-1 start. So it's not too surprising. We're doing what we're supposed to
Right.
do.
Right.
I'm excited about that Dallas game, but I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves.
Facts.
I like the team, man. I like what we got going on right now. I like what the defense is doing. Obviously, I like what the offense is doing. And once we get completely healthy, like you said, a couple players are a little sore right now. Thankfully, we had a kind of a mini bye week with the Thursday night game.
Right.
Hopefully, they feel up to par on Sunday. We gonna see what it is, man. So look out, man. The Niners we here. We ain't like Deion's team. We ain't on the way. We here. So
we here, yeah.
See us
we
when you see us.
We got to get the job done. Who remembers when Bethard and Mullins playing when Jimmy was hurt that 1 year? We all do.
Oh, we all remember that. That's the year
do.
we did. We also didn't have a home for like the last part of the season. We had to play in Arizona and shit. That shit, shit was weird. Like
crazy weird. Hey, right, our offense season, helps out our deep. Absolutely. I'm glad you brought this up. Throwback. Our offense definitely helps out our defense because now all the pressure is not on that defense now. You know what I mean? Like once the defense gets off the field, i.e. you get a 3 and out or whatever the case may be, I feel more comfortable with the offense getting the ball. You got Christian McCaffrey back there. You know what I'm saying? Like Christian has scored I think every game since he's been a Niner.
I can confirm
arguably.
He has. Yes.
Arguably, I don't think
pretty much he has.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think
he's at least averaging a score a game since he's been a Niner. So
Right. Yeah. So it's like having him unlocks this offense in another way. But now seeing that we have an efficient quarterback, this helps this defense out in ways that they can sit down, they can relax, they can actually get, a little bit of a breather, not really worry about like, man, is 10 gonna get in here and fuck it up again for us or something like that. So right now they sit back, they get like, it's funny watching the highlights and hearing whoever's mic'd up and how they just really watch the screen now and they just be like, they just relax now. Like they're somewhat in awe of like what the offense does now. Whereas it was Jimmy, it was like, hey man, you got to do this, you got to do that. Like they was always constantly talking. If you ever noticed that, like our defense constantly talked when it was Jimmy back there. Now they like, man, this shit feel different, man. We get to relax. That 5-man front looks a lot better. They looking crazy up there. It's just a different aspect that I just don't think that the league is prepared for. You can't single block this defense. We was number 1 last season. And now you're bringing a 5-man front?
And we're still learning. The defense isn't anywhere near what it's going to be. Again, they still have to they got to get accustomed to a new play caller, a new scheme. Like it's a different scheme. There was times, it was definitely last week, might have been the week before that, where there was a lot of bump and run. Like they was on the line. The DBs, I was like, oh shit, this is different. So what Wilkes is doing, man, like it's gonna have some wrinkles in it where we had the Rams game or whatever. Once they lock that shit in, man. Talk to me in week 8. I'm telling you, talk to me in week 8 and see where that defense is, because right now it's looking like it's gonna be nasty, like nasty. So we're gonna see what it is, man. So I'm excited. So.
Yeah. Barring the injury, that's all we need. Like, another thing, the guys need to stay disciplined on defense. I understand what Greenlaw did. You know what I mean? It was a bang type of play, pause. But Greenlaw is always that type. Like, he's reckless in a good way, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
You know, like, as long as he can stay there, we can do what needs to be done. We'll be straight. So I'm excited. Go on.
I joke about the Greenlaw and the penalties and shit sometimes, but I honestly don't want him to change who he is. Like, I think that aggression makes him who he is. And some of them calls just be bullshit calls, but sometimes he do be like going over the top. You'd be like, dude, chill. But I'd rather deal with that than not have him at all. Like, I'd rather deal with that shit than not have him at all. So
facts.
I appreciate his aggression. Like you said, they're the best duo in the league, and it's not even close. It's not even close. They're the best duo in the league. So I'd put them up against anybody. Go ahead. Oh, I know where this is going.
You already know. Willis Bowman. Warner. Greenlaw. Who you got? Come on, Chad. Talk to me. They play two different styles, but give it to me.
Different styles. Yeah, if because we were a 3-4 team then, but if they continue at this pace, I think they surpass Willis and Bowman. I think they do. I hated that Bowman was cut a little short with the injury.
Right.
As far as being elite, Patrick Willis was a monster. Injuries got him too, but Warner, we followed him up with another beast. Like, it took a year or two to get to him, but Warner is special. Like, for us to have the best inside linebacker in football, pretty much for like a 15-year period, that's pretty impressive right now. Like, Willis, when he was in the league for 7-8 seasons, he ran the league in the middle. Warner is doing the same thing now. I'm a lean toward. I'm gonna live in the moment. I'm gonna say Warner and Greenlaw are better. Like, I don't know what the chat gonna say, but I'm gonna say Warner and Greenlaw are better. Willis still need to be in the Hall of Fame. And here's the funny thing about that linebacker shit that you mentioned. You remember Borland?
Mm-hmm.
The dude we had for one season and he retired? That motherfucker was bad as fuck, man. Like, if he would have stayed on the team,
dipped. Absolutely.
They would have been crazy, like,
because he was a baller. I'm like, he came out of nowhere.
Fly around the field. He just be hitting him.
I'm like, yo. The next thing you know, my man said, "Hey, I'm out. I'm
out. Yeah, I'm done with this shit." I was like, okay.
What?
Hey, I had to respect.
Granted, I know we was trash at the time, but dog,
yeah,
you gave me somebody to cheer for.
Yeah.
I mean, a second, and that's literally what it was. Who's better on offense? Who's the better offensive weapon, Ayuk or CMC? Two different positions. Right now, if you look at it, the person who gets the ball the most is CMC. So
that's the correct answer, to be honest. It's what it is. Like, CMC is the better weapon right now. They're both equally talented, don't get it wrong, but
absolutely
CMC, because he can do different things. Ayuk can't play running back. CMC can play some receiver. He can play in the slot. He can run the ball. That's the only difference between those two, honestly. So CMC is the bigger threat and the better weapon right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree.
Oh yeah, he's his route running. That's another thing. That's where we need to improve on, man. I think I was talking to Jordan about this. the route running. Like Ayuk is literally the only legit route runner. I mean, outside of CMC, but he don't really get out there like that. Well, he out the backfield, yeah. But if they had another dude that ran routes, like he ain't even got to be like a elite receiver. He just got to be a solid route runner.
Jennings.
Jennings don't even run routes well. He just get the ball and he just does what he does. I'm talking about like on Ayuk type level of route running, like where it's just out the breaks clean. Like Debo don't really run routes well.
No.
Jennings, he just kind of just be open. Kittle don't really run routes well. They just get the ball and they just go. But if we had
right,
and like I said, it don't have to be an elite receiver. I'm just talking about like I can't even name somebody because they'll take it the wrong way. Like that would be so fun to watch. But yeah, Ayuk is he's an elite route runner, top 5 route runner in the league right now. Easy. Yeah. Yeah, he's the guy. So
you know what's crazy though, and it's funny to think about this. He's the same draft as Jefferson. Like I still trip off that because I'm like, for me, granted, I like Ayuk now. Don't get it twisted, but that year,
he was not
like,
one we
Jefferson
wanted.
is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm keeping it a buck. I'm like, bro, he just won a national championship. He was on the other side of Jamar Chase at LSU. I did watch some good at Arizona State, but Arizona State didn't have nobody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This man just came off a national championship team on the opposite side of Jamar Chase. Remember, Jamar Chase didn't even. Well, no. The year they won the national championship, Jamar
It was the next year he didn't play.
The next year, absolutely right. Yeah. So it's like Jefferson was just that dude, and I was like, "Yo, we need to go get Jefferson." I'm like, we traded up to get who? Again, don't get it wrong, people. I'm happy with Ayuk right now.
We're happy, exactly.
I'm definitely happy. It was just different. I just feel like I like Ayuk, but if you got a Jefferson in this type of offense, but you had Jimmy G as a QB.
This is true. This is where we have to all be honest with ourselves, 49er fans. There's levels to this stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Jay Jettis is different. Like Jay Jettis is different.
That dude.
Yeah, he's that dude.
That dude. Like for real.
Yeah.
He's, in my opinion, he might have took over number 1. Because Jimmy G being in Vegas, number 17 over there in Vegas ain't looking the same no more. Like you just got to keep it a buck.
Jay Jettis has been the best receiver in the NFL for the last 2 seasons. Like he's been the best receiver in the league. He is. It's Jay Jettis and then everybody else. That's just what it is. Like it's different, man. And I don't even say that because I got him on a couple fantasy teams, but Jay Jettis is different, my guy. So
he's just different. Like you just got to give respect to where credit to where credit's due. You know what I'm saying? Like. He's just nice. I'm sorry. He's just nice. Do you think that Danny Gray fits this offense?
I don't think Danny Gray makes it to the team next year. Like, I don't.
Me either. You know what?
It's another miss.
I don't think Danny Gray. I was about to say, I don't think Danny Gray sees the field this season.
I'm already taking Bell over him. Yeah.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Like, I'm actually cool with it. Not seeing him on the team right now. Like, he's not somebody that I'm missing on offense. Like, yo, man, if we had, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about speed. Okay, yes, that is a key point. But talking about speed on this type of offense is kind of like talking about arm strength. We don't need it right now. You know what I mean? Like,
that's fair.
It sounds good. It sounds dope as hell, but we don't need it. So it is what it is. Devontae Adams is rumored to be on the trading block. Well, I'll say this. if Adams is on the trading block, you can't trade him within the conference. You can't do that.
They
You
probably
can't do that. Right. Like you gotta trade him to a team like the Commanders. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. You can't.
I know where Christian's going with this. Like,
Don't you?
we not trading for Devontae. I would love it, but no, we not trading for
Oh
Devontae.
no, hell no.
I mean,
We definitely. If anybody we trade for, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Even though we've been seeing it all week. Yeah, I would entertain Surtain. I would definitely entertain. I would in a heart. Let me tell you this right now. If we were to surprisingly get Surtain, dog, you move Diamador Lenore in the nickel, and it's a wrap. You can put that 5 on the line all game. Good luck. Good luck.
Hey, I would love that more than anybody. 49er fans,
absolutely.
Cautious. That's not gonna happen.
Trust me. I don't see it happening, but
because this is the cold part, right? Because honestly, they could do it. I mean, the Rams picked up Ramsey 3-4 years ago, whatever. When they did that, that was a big move.
Right.
He'll fit now because he ain't got paid yet. But when he get paid, ain't no room. Ain't no room, my guy. Ain't none. So we can get him for 2 years and figure some shit out down. I'll definitely take that problem on. Surtain.
Yeah.
Surtain is he's the second best cornerback in football right now. He's the second best corner. I still believe the boy out in New York, Sauce is still one. Surtain is top 2 corners right now in football.
Do you give up a first for him?
Yes. Ooh. Fuck them picks. Yes, you give that pick. You get those picks up. We ain't had a first in 3 years. What? Fuck it.
Facts. You know, I agree with you.
So, we second, get Surtain? Yeah. Oh shit.
A first and a second, or a first and a third?
Honestly, I'd be fine with either one. I would give up our first 2 picks for Surtain right now. Like I don't think it would even take that much. Honestly, like if they said, "Hey, give us a first and a fourth," send it. First and a third, send it.
And don't blink. Don't even blink.
Don't even look back. Just roll with it. Because these are the kind of moves that get you over the top, man. And you take an elite defense. You got an elite corner with
him and Ward. What's up, Sin? And Ward on the outsides. You put Lenore at the nickel. Dog, our safeties get to do literally whatever they want. They get the blitz. They get the blitz now.
Yeah,
like that's arguably a cheat code on defense.
I would love it. Like I would love it. That's why I'm not even blinking at them picks. Like, nah.
Now this is the team, and I'm just being honest about this, that I'm worried about. If he is hypothetically on the trade block, he either has to go to us. He cannot go to Philly. Because if he goes to Philly,
I don't even think Philly would even. I think they cool over there. They cool at DB. They got Slay, Bradbury. So they not really going. I don't think they would make the move, but you know they Philly. They might find a way to do some shit. But if anybody, I wouldn't want to see him go to. You say Dallas. Philly, Dallas. I wouldn't want to see that.
And Jerry will throw the book. Jerry will throw the book at anybody.
That makes up for Trayvon going down for them. Yeah. But if John Lynch and Peters, you know, call your connects over there, man. If he's really available, see what it would take, man. We do have a pick this year, Christian. We got our first round pick back. So
we got all our picks back.
Yeah, we'll be on the board.
We back. Yeah, it's gonna be a different draft unless something changes.
Yeah.
It's a different draft.
Yeah, man. Take give them the picks, man. Like it's worth it, man. If that gets you the Lombardi, it was all worth it.
Woo.
It was all worth it.
All worth it.
Figure out
All
the
worth it.
contract shit in a couple years and go from there. So yeah, I'm Sertan. So, oh my gosh, boy. I'll fuck around and order the Sertan jersey that night. Like that night. Soon as the emails be going out, hey, the 49ers, New Jersey. Ding.
Done.
Apple Pay. Ding. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we doing. So that's what we doing, man. Like
facts.
That's what it would be, man.
That is
I would
true.
be hyped about that shit. So
Hell
hey,
yeah.
Niner fans, again, be cautious. I don't think it's gonna happen. But if it
yeah,
does, fuck them picks.
Hey, it's 1 week at a time,
right?
y'all. It is facts.
Yeah.
It is 1 week at a time, man. I'm not about to trip. I'm not about to act like, it's something totally different. We just got to take it 1 week at a time, see where we go, see where it lands us. We go from there, bro. But right now, I'm cool with it. I'm straight with it. We appreciate everybody in here right now. All y'all, all 8,000 of y'all. Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Thumbs up, all that. We appreciate each and every one of y'all.
That shit was loud.
Tonight was a dope. It was. Tonight was a dope show. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get in. We trying to get out. Pause. It is what it is.
Hit that subscribe button. Share the show. Tell a friend. Follow us on all the social media platforms. Y'all know what it is.
Do that.
We appreciate y'all fucking with us for real. So
yeah, man.
Definitely.
We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week. We'll holler back at y'all. Love and respect to all y'all. We appreciate y'all. We out, y'all.